Welcome everyone to English for Business 2, provided by Logos College. Today, it's hot, so I did not want to get dressed. I got lazy, so I'm just wearing normal clothes. I did not wear any of the uniforms that we're supposed to wear. So today, we're on Units 5.3, Sightseeing. So please open up your book to Units 5.3, Sightseeing. And I'm getting some students is saying that the videos 30 minutes is a little bit long, so for me I'll be breaking the videos into 3 parts now. The first part will be about reading, so we'll have some section on the reading. Once we start reading, I'll read along with you, and some of these vocabulary I'll explain the vocabularies to you. For video number 2, after we do the reading, we'll be doing some exercises in the book. So I'll be doing exercises with you, and then the last video, part 3, will be about the homework. I'll be explaining the homework to you guys so that you guys can complete the homework. So continuing with this, everyone please open up your book to Units 5.3, Sightseeing. For American English, when you go sightseeing, it just means the same as we are going on, we go traveling, we go sightseeing, or we go traveling. That means we leave one area and we go into the next one. And then for the next vocabulary that I would like to explain is the difference between a holiday and days off. So for a holiday, the next part will be a holidays and a day off, and then the last word will be a vacation. Remember, I am using American English, so my terms will be a little bit different from British English. So the first part, we're talking about holiday. Spell this wrong. Holiday. When we talk about holiday, it means that it is a day where mostly everyone does not go to work, especially for people that works for the government. So this is considered a holiday. So in Laos, I think the holiday that nobody works is Bimai, National Children's Day, National Women's Day, Lao National Day, and I think that's all of them that I can remember from off the top of my head. So this is what's considered a holiday. It is a day where mostly everyone does not go to work. People, especially people that work for the government. Now the next word is day off. When we talk about day off, we are talking about days that you don't work. So for example, if you work from Monday to Friday, right? Your days off will be Saturday and Sunday. For days off, it means those days that you do not work. So even though you don't work, other people work. So we call this days off. It is different from holiday, because a lot of the Lao students that they're telling me it is my holiday. I go, no, it is not a holiday because everybody still works. You don't go to school, but people still work. So we consider this a days off, because for you, Saturday and Sunday, you don't go to school. But some people works. See, Saturday, Sunday, you don't go to school, but some people work. So this is not a holiday. So this becomes day off or days off, depending on how you say it is. It is a day off. But for example, it's Pimai, right? For Pimai, everyone is off, meaning they do not work. So for this one, for Pimai, we call this a holiday. So you see the difference between a day off or days off and a holiday. So continue with this part. Please try to remember these vocabulary. And then we are going to start reading. This is only a few of the vocabulary that I want to explain because a lot of my students still get this confused. Okay, so as I've always told you, when I read, I want you to read along. After we read along, if I see a vocabulary that I think might be hard, I'll take the time to explain the vocabulary to you. So everyone, please read along with me and read it out loud so you can hear your own voice. Sightseeing in San Francisco. Alcatraz is San Francisco's most popular attraction. The jail, which closed in 1963, is open to tourists all year round, except Christmas Day and New Year's Day. So we have the word except. Remember, we pronounce this by with the EX for American English. We say X with the X sound. See, we call it with an X sound, except. But for Lao, for a lot of my Lao students, it is going to be harder to pronounce the except. So for easier pronunciation, you can just say the letter S, except. This will be easier for you for your pronunciation. Except is the correct pronunciation, but for speaking wise, we just say except, say except. It sounds almost the same. So work with this one, the first one right here, except, and then after you practice, you can try the correct pronunciation, except. See, except. Almost sound the same. This one is easier for you guys, so please just use this one. And remember, a lot of the times when we have the EX, when we have the EX, we can just change the pronunciation into, we can just change the pronunciation to just the letter S. This will make it a lot more easier for pronunciation for you or for a lot of my Lao students. So, like I said, this word, see, so whenever we say this word, right, for pronunciation, we just, because with business English, your pronunciation means a lot. So for this word right here, we just say S, right? Because we have the EX right here, we just say S. And then the CU is how's the pronunciation of the Q. See? S, Q. And then with this one, we just add the S sound. Excuse. Excuse. So most likely, if you have an EX, you can just change the pronunciation to an S. Continue with the next paragraph. Getting there. You need to catch a ferry to get to Alcatraz Island. This trip takes just 10 minutes. Ferries leave Fisherman's Wharf regularly from 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. in summer and until 4:30 p.m. in winter. For trips during peak periods, summer and holidays, it's best to book before you visit. as tickets are often sold out a week in advance. See how to book on the back of this leaflet. So with this paragraph, there's about three vocabulary that I want to explain to you guys. The next one, ferry. So for ferry, it's a boat that carries people across water. That's why it comes from it means ferry, a boat that carries people across water. If you don't carry people across water, you carry them on land, we call them bus. See, so ferry is just a bus on water. So just remember, a ferry is a bus on or in water. The next vocabulary is peak period. When we talk about peak, it means the time with the most people, or the time it is busy, the most busy. So that's what it means by peak period, the time with the most people or the time when it's the most busy. Continue with the next one. The next vocabulary is leaflet. Leaflet and a booklet, for vocabulary wise, they are the same. It's just it's some document, right? So when I say a booklet or a leaflet, we just say some documents to give information. So it may be a little small, not a big book, okay, but a small book that gives information, okay? And I think this is all the vocabulary for now. Continue with the next paragraph. On the rock. When you get to the rock, you're free to walk around the island and gel. Note that the short road from the dock, where all ferries arrive, goes up a hill. A shuttle service is available for visitors who can walk up the road. This vocabulary, the rock, it is just a nickname for Alcatraz. Everybody just call Alcatraz the rock, so that's why you have these two quotation, meaning that it's given information about Alcatraz. The next word is dock. Dock is a place where the boat lands. A place where the boat lands and drop off people or items. So this is what a dock means. A place where the boat lands and drop off people or item. Now the next word, shuttle service. Shuttle service means it is a place where they move people from one area to another. You have to remember, this is very important, right? They do not pay, right? So it's a shuttle service. They move a place where they move people from one area, to another. They do not pay. If they pay, we call it a bus station. See, so a bus station is where people pays, but a shuttle station is a bus station, but no one pays. Right? So these two are the difference. Bus station, people pays. Shuttle station, typically, most likely, no one pays. All right, continue with the next paragraph. Further information. You can buy self-guided booklets in English, Spanish, German, French, Italian, Japanese at the dock on Alcatraz Island. These explain the history of the islands and jail and include a map. A shop near the dock sells other guided books and souvenirs. On arrival, visitors can also watch a video about Alcatraz and visit a small museum. For this one, the only vocabulary that I want to look at is self-guide. When we say self-guide, it means you study by yourself. Alright, so it's self-guide because meaning yourself and you do it by yourself. So you study by yourself. And I think this is all for the vocabulary. For the next one, Alcatraz by night. It's possible to visit Alcatraz in the evening on special guided tours. Visiting the island after dark offers some of the best views of San Francisco's city lights and the Golden Gate Bridge. See how to on the back page for more information about tickets for evening tours. San Francisco's city lights. This just means the city at night when people turn on their lights. That's what I mean by San Francisco city lights. So it's a city and it's at night and all the lights is turned on. So all the city light is turned on. Okay, so this is all for the reading. For the next part, for video number 2, once we've completed the reading, we'll go back and do some exercises together. So I hope to see you guys in the next video. We did do the reading already, so for the next video, we'll complete these exercises. And for the third video, we'll be going over some of the homework and what I want you guys to do for the homework. Until then, I hope to see you on the second video. And have a wonderful evening.